Welcome to an episode of Will It Thrift Flip or Thrift Flop? So as part of my sustainability journey, I wanted to take this jacket that I got from my friend. He got it at a thrift store for like $30, but the only issue is it has all these kind of oil stains. I've washed it many times, but I just can't seem to get these stains out. It's a kid's size, so I think just a kid had this and they really enjoyed this jacket, but it shows. So I'm hoping that by dyeing it black, that it could hide these stains. The other side looks really nice. It has this nice original green color, but no stains. That's what it's supposed to look like. And this is the front, and it just has this kind of messy look, and you know, it's a beautiful jacket. It just looks so messy. So I'm sad to dye it because it does have this cool green color, but you know, this is part of the journey of buy nothing, and I've always wanted a black Patagonia, so we'll see if the graphite dye stays. I'm also gonna throw this hoodie in after, since I've had it for like 10 years and it's like the blue is just fading completely, and then the white on these Nike shorts are also looking really bad, so I'm gonna try to just dye this all black. First things first, we're going to do some internal maintenance on this jacket. The pockets have rips in them, so they're not very useful as pockets because they keep getting stuck in the zippers. So the first thing I went and did is just sew these up a little, and learning how to mend this year, I mean, I'm still not very good at it at all. I'm sure this is probably not the proper technique, but it works. Has been really useful because I'm trying to do a low buy year where I just buy only 3 things a month because I have everything I need, and actually I have too much stuff right now. So I'm trying to minimize a bit, and part of that is taking care of things I already own. So instead of going out and buying a new puffer jacket of my dreams, you know, a nice black Patagonia one, I thought, hey, why don't I try and fix up this older one that I have and see if I could really give it a go here and keep living more of a simple life. The benefits of doing the low buy year have really been apparent to me as I save more money this year, but also as I stop bringing in more stuff into my life. I find that the more stuff you accumulate, I feel like you always have to take care of these things, and it takes up a lot of time and resources and just mental energy as well. Of course, this was a long process trying to see if we could thrift flip this, but I think it's worth it because then you care for your stuff more, and you also know how to take care of your stuff. So if something does rip or break, just learning simple skills like sewing can help you save a lot of money in the long run and a lot of unnecessary waste. Now we're going to see if we can give this jacket new life by dyeing it. Alright, I'm boiling simmering water in a pot that my dad was using for a trash can, but I've cleaned it, and I'm going to use this rip more. Because this jacket is mostly polyester, I'm using the synthetic fiber dye to try to get the best results possible. You have to wear rubber gloves, so I got some dirty ones. Walter White core, hashtag Breaking Bad core. I'm gonna dye up these two. Alright, this looks pretty dubious. Whoa, I'm gonna use this whole bottle. Oh my gosh. Can't cook anything in this pot after. Maybe some squid ink pasta or something. Hide the ink. Okay. I'm gonna check the temperature again. See where we're at. Looks like a galaxy. Full, but it's starting to look black, but I can't even mix it. I put too much water in here. It's looking pretty cool though. Alright, this has been about 20-15 minutes later. It's definitely a deeper, darker black, which I'm excited about. But I'm going to keep on doing this. The zipper used to be orange, and I could still see slight signs of that, so I'm going to just keep going with that. And the cuffs were orange as well, so that's pretty bright color. I'm going to try to get that out. Now it's really a deep, dark color. The zipper is not orange anymore. It was hard because it's full of air. This is a down jacket, so I'm kind of nervous. Are all the feathers getting like turned black, and will that wash out, or will it be okay? But yeah, it's really puffy, so maybe try to wring the hair out before you put something like this in here. But I'm going to dye my other stuff and see what happens, but yeah, it's a nice trash bag color. Here we have my blue hoodie and my shorts dyeing in here. I'm kind of questioning all my life decisions. It's a real kind of pain to wash this kind of stuff out. but it'll be worth it if the end result is good. So just gotta keep going. I'm pretty tired. I'm also sick, so maybe that's why too. And now for the final results. And if you're trying this at home, I'd suggest having a longer pre-soak to really make sure your items are wet before dyeing them. So I just washed this on a warm, low setting, and look at how it looks so far. This is before it's dried. So it actually didn't turn out completely black because I had mixed it with a kind of green olive. Now it is more of a brown actually, and the inside is still blue, which is nice. It has this like blue undertone. It looks a little better in person right here in camera. Yeah, there you could tell a little bit more. See, it's blue, and then it's almost like a beautiful brown. Kind of reminds me of like See's candy, like a Scotchmallow brown. It's really nice. And the zipper, since it was orange, bright orange before, I love how that turned out. It's like a nice light brown, like a teddy bear brown. So, also cool. The logo isn't completely washed out. It was a bit before. You could just see the slight colors, but now I could see it. So there, it looks a lot better than it did completely black, so that's nice too. And I am worried a bit about if the feathers will be all right, but hopefully they'll puff up. But yeah, this used to be bright orange, and now this black-ish brown. Same with these zippers here. The pockets are always blue. And let's try to see if we could still see those stains, even though this is wet. I know it might dry a lot later than this too, but you can't really tell with those oil stains. Sorry, I have a cold, but that's nice. So hopefully when it dries, hopefully the dark color will just cover all of those stains. Yay! Wow, already opening this. This one has a completely different dark color. I actually really like that tone, this navy now. So my logo did get pretty beat up. That's to be expected. The color's nice though. Now the hood has this, looks a lot cleaner. But wow, a lot of that black really kind of faded. But I think this was such a bright blue before. That's why it struggles to really soak in. Also, I boiled this after I had already boiled my Patagonia, so that's probably why it's pretty lacking on. It's not black at all. That's what, if you can see, that's pretty blue. But it's a nice navy now. I like this a lot. Okay, the moment of truth. It's feeling puffy. It's feeling like its old self a little bit, a little deflated. Oh my gosh, the color's beautiful. Wow, I am really happy with this color. I know it looks a little weird on the screen there. It's more true to life there, but it is a beautiful, it's not black, it's more brown than anything, and I love that. I haven't seen a Patagonia really in this shade before, and I really like what it did to the zippers instead of being that bright orange. The difference is absolutely night and day, so now I might be dyeing a lot of my clothes when they get past their peak colors. It's more like a lighter brown. I do wish that the logo, I wish I had covered that or something. I don't know, it probably would have melted off if I put tape down or glue, but it looks so nice. I'm really satisfied with these results. The zipper's all brown now instead of neon orange, and I kind of like that. I don't love neon colors on my clothes anymore. And then if we look here, the staining is all gone, right? Like you can't really tell that this had all that, oh, maybe you can a little bit. Now I can see it a little peeking through there. But it's harder to see for sure. Just looks like part of the jacket, part of the texture. That's just nice. I do see it like a little bit, but it's a lot harder to tell than when it was green. It just looks like the light's bouncing off of it in a weird way. So wow, I'm really happy. This feels like a brand new jacket to me. It's nice and puffy still, which is cool. Some of the feathers are clumped up in some spaces, but wow, I'd highly recommend this. This looks awesome. Oh yeah, let's zip it open. Oh, how nice. I still get to keep the dual tones, which is so nice. So I still have the blue inside. It was a much brighter blue before, and I like that it's still blue. It's not completely black. I always heard that, you know, it's kind of unpredictable when you take these synthetic fibers and you try to dye them. If they're not white, some weird things can happen to them. So I'm really happy with this, the way this turned out. This brown is just a beautiful brown, and it's really nice. And it looks clean, it looks fresh. Alright, the shorts have, you know, probably, actually they look really nice on camera. They still, you know, they're just dirty. That's just the way it is. I've had these for years, but it's kind of bad. But that's just dirty. But the blue looks really interesting. I think it looks nice. Probably looks better than a dirty gray white, so it looks cool. It looks like a highlight. So I like that. It did make the original shorts darker as well, which is nice. So overall, I think these all turned out really well, especially since I dyed these two after the Patagonia. So I wasn't sure what to expect in terms of how dark it was gonna get with all the ink kind of being saturated. Holding a Costco chicken for warmth. It's freezing and it's pouring. I would say this is a thrift flip success, not a flop. And I got to wear this jacket now out in public since it's not all gross anymore at Walt Disney World, Florida, where I tried it out for the first time in the field. Now, if you're thinking of dyeing your clothes, I definitely actually recommend washing it twice with the machine. I don't think it would have a significant impact on if the dye sets or not, hopefully not. But what happened is when I took this out in the rain, a lot of the dye was actually coming off on my skin. It wasn't too crazy, but I could definitely see it, and I don't know what the dye is made out of. So I definitely recommend giving it another wash and another dry. I don't think it'll be that bad of an effect on the jacket. But since then, I've washed it again just to make sure that there's no residual dye and nothing has been leaking out. The feathers are blue, which I kind of find funny when they do stick out, but the jacket is as puffy as ever, and I think it looks absolutely great now. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and comment below if you're thinking of doing this to your clothing, and if you're doing a low buy year, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks so much, and stay sweet. And if you are interested in streaming my homemade music, I have a link below to all the music that I've made. It's really great to picnic or journal to. So that's below. I'm Sophiya Sweet on Spotify. Thanks for listening.